Yeah, well, thanks for having me today. Just kind of at the halfway point right now for just our season. We've played 18 games and 6 league games, and we started the season out kind of slow. We had a really difficult, challenging schedule, but we had some injuries early. And just wasn't able to really get in a rhythm and practice. Um, but since the Christmas break, seemed like we've gotten healthier, and we've been able to have 10, 12 bodies at practice, and that's helped us start to get a rhythm. And so looking forward to the stretch here as we continue on in league play.
Thank you very much, Coach. Our first questions come from Whitney Hayworth. Whitney, please go ahead.
Coach, despite those injuries and a tough non-conference schedule, how have you seen your team grow and learn from those difficult times?
Yeah, I think last season we got off to a hot start, 11-0 in non-conference play. We played a difficult schedule, in hopes of preparing us for Sun Belt Conference play, and I definitely feel like that's something that has happened. We're starting to get better on the defensive end of the floor. That was a point of emphasis here after we came back after the break, and we're starting to do that because that's where we kind of hung our hat in the past. This particular group are a scoring team. I mean, we're second in the league in points per game in league play, and so if we can get improved on the defensive end of the floor, I think that'll help us. But our young ladies have grown from understanding those tough non-conference games, and they can see the improvements that we're making as we move on in league play.
One of the leaders for you is Shaforia Kynes. She's really become the heartbeat of this program. How have you seen her grow during her time at South?
Unbelievable. I mean, when she came here, I think she was 106 pounds, soaking wet. She's up to about 128 right now. But the kid is a gym rat. She's consistent, and I think that's what you see on game day. But we see it every day. She's a consistent person. She's consistent in her work habits, her work ethic, and then you see the fruits of all of that labor on game day. She is the head, and she really makes us go. She came into this season without as much accolades as a Savannah Jones and Antoinette Lewis, but we've all known that Shaforia is a big key to us, and so I'm excited for her and the success she's having right now.
Obviously, all of your opponents continue to scout Antoinette Lewis and really make their game plans around her. How have you seen her continue to be able to produce even though all of the bodies tend to be around her?
Yeah, and I guess the big thing about it is she's really not focused on whether she's putting up numbers or not. As long as we can win ball games, she's satisfied, and she understands that people are going to crowd her, double team, triple team her when she's got the basketball. And she knows that opens it up for her teammates. So she's fine with that. But there has been instances where, she's been able to just still play through the double teams. She is just a force down in the paint, and she does a great job of moving the basketball, but also scoring as well. So.
And last one for me, a off-the-floor question. I do believe it was around the tournament last year or the end of the season. You became a grandfather. So what's being a grandfather like?
It's a feeling that, man, I can't even describe it. But I'll tell you this story. You know how people always they're showing their grandkids or they're doing things. I just never understood that. A good friend of mine, Fred Applin at Charleston Southern, I would see him out recruiting, and he's like, well, I'm going to see my grandson in Atlanta after we would see a game. And but after having a granddaughter, he was the first person I ran to out recruiting in April, and I said, I understand. It's just awesome. No matter whether win, loss, whatever's going on, tough day, anytime I get a chance to see her, it just brings a smile, and it's just a renewed energy, within our family, having her there. So it's been awesome.